Hi everybody, this is Susie and I'm here today to share a few things with you. As a lot of you already know, my husband is quite the hauler for um, vintage finds and thrift shops and antique stores, and he goes to a lot of high-end places that carry a lot of hard-to-find items. And there are even some items that are way too large for me to put in my craft room that are in the garage that I will share with you one day. But right now I just really want to show to you some things that he has gotten for me, and he's unbelievable. Okay, mind you, I have already emptied out and bagged up a lot of these that are already similar. So he's found a lot of these buttons for me in a thrift store. They're not vintage, like old or anything. They're plastic buttons to craft with or use on clothing, which I'll certainly be using these on flowers and crafts and things. There are many of the same, so I was kind of very excited about that. And on the front of the plastic jar here, whoever put this together kind of put basically what's inside the jar, pasted to the outside with some clear tape. So that was really nice. And then I have an entire jar of these, which these are also great for flower making, swaps, and things of that nature. I have a bunch of stuff on the side over here to share with you, so I'm just going to go slow. This is actually a vintage coffee jar, a Maxwell coffee jar. I don't think they make that anymore. That's why I'm saying it's vintage, because I never see it all in glass. And these are all old vintage buttons that he found for me, which was really very cool because I love using buttons in my crafts. And there's a lot of different sizes and styles here, and some even are pearlized. So that was really a nice find. So thank you, honey, for those. He's just so thoughtful, guys, really. And also another vintage jar, glass Maxwell House coffee container. And this is really nice. These are all metal buttons, which really I think if I had to go out and buy these buttons, they'd be quite pricey. I was even thinking of selling some of these on my blog or on Facebook. There's just so many of them. I wouldn't mind sharing them or even swapping some out with some friends. So these are also really pretty. I kind of like this big one over here. Where is it? This one. Very pretty. So I was really happy when he told me that he had picked up something like this for me. And sewing related, being that we're talking about buttons, this is also from a vintage shop. I mean, I don't know how old it is because there's not a price tag on it that says that it's like 29 cents or something like that, but he had also picked these up for me, and he knows that I use an awful lot of thread for sewing. So these are great too. I'm going to kind of go in order because my desk is loaded here. This is just the cutest that he had found in a little flea market sale. I'm showing you the wrong side, sorry. It's actually a porcelain ballet slipper, and it's just so pretty. I'll show you how that sits down on the desk. Just adorable. I love that, and it's pink and it's perfect. And someday it'll be in my new craft studio whenever that happens. I'm not rushing him. A friend of my husband's was a really, really big furniture maker slash refinisher slash alterator. He would do things to the oldest piece of garbage that you couldn't even imagine, and then after refurbishing it, sell it for thousands of dollars. My husband last week had inherited some really beautiful handmade cabinet chests from his home, and we brought them over here, and they're going to actually go in my craft room because they have, I think it's 13 by 13 drawers, which will be perfect for all my craft paper and goodies and I'll be sharing that with you at some point in time too. But this was something that was, there's like tons and tons and tons and tons of brass items that were in there, and my husband was asked to take it all, keep it all, and enjoy it all, and he thought that I would like this to play with. This is a brass frame, and you can see that it's really quite old, and I'm sure at one time there must have been a back to this with glass, but has disappeared over the years. So that was something very cool, and this is really like Art Deco pieces. Really very pretty, like I'm assuming that you put this on the wall and it's kind of for a shelf or something. And this is kind of nice, like for a small narrow shelf. And I might just even do that, like put a piece of glass on this and put some of my hats on there. And we have 2 of these. I have 2 of these. I don't know how many hundreds there are in those cabinets. And also, my husband thought that I would like these. I'm not going to take it out, but they are hinges. These are really cute. I'd like to try and make a heavy-duty mini book or some kind of a journal, and I'm going to try and use some of these. They're really nice looking. So, I'll just move those to the side. No, I'm not done yet. And this is also nice. This says a 3-in-1 oil company. It's probably some kind of a, it's definitely a vintage bottle. And I'm not going to alter this one with anything at all because I really want it to stay the way that it is. I have a collection going on of old bottles like this in all kinds of sizes, and I'm not going to alter those. So, oh, and this one is really a fun. I cracked up when I saw this, you guys. Who can guess what this is? No, it's not a hammer. I'm assuming at one time, if they had done any stamping, this is what they used, or maybe burning into it. And in his case, he may have burned this into wood. I don't even know, to be honest with you, but this is a very vintage / antique, and I was playing with it yesterday. You can actually stamp onto paper with ink. Sorry, I was looking to see if I had the paper stamped on, and it was really very cool. It's almost like a fleur-de-lis kind of look with a leaf underneath it. Very, very cool. My husband's like, do you know what this is? Do you want it? I was like, okay. Okay, and this is very cute, very cool. Also things that I am collecting and that I am not going to refinish. This is like some kind of a soap box or nail box. I'm not going to hurt myself and try and open it, but it's very cool looking. Here's another, my husband's also into the collecting of boxes, and he probably has these by maybe 100 or more. He's a real collector, vintage, antique. And this was also very cute, so he gave this to me too. And this was some fun stuff for sewing. I don't usually do the hauls, but these, if you can see, what does it say here? It says Style G, Ready Wound Bobbins from American Thread. There's no date on it or anything, but let me see here, hold on, there's a date here. This is a box with a patent on it, and for those of you who sew, you will know that these are the bobbins that you put onto your machine. So instead of loading them with your own thread on the plastics or on the little iron ones, you can just buy them, I'm guessing, like that. But these are definitely old. They were in a vintage shop. And when I do make a vintage project that will have all vintage items, including the fabric and laces, I will use the vintage thread now. So I was so excited when I got this because I just loved it. And they actually have 2 of these, and this is also white, and this one's like mostly sealed in the plastic, so I may just leave it like that. And this was really very cool too. I think I have a lifetime of small 100% brass safety pins, and they are rust proof, made in the United States. And this box is a 10 gross of safety pins, and I just thought, my husband's like, do you want these too? Because I picked these up for you also. And I was like, yeah. And these are cute. Like sometimes you use a project, you need a little safety pin, or you want to hang a charm on there. There's so many ways to hang charms today, but I kind of like that way too. Now, totally forgot what's in here. Oh, this is also the, more more bobbins. I guess these were at a really good price, and he really wanted me to have it all. And that was so cute of him. Thank you, honey. And that was all that I was able to actually fit on my desk at this time. But I do have some other items that I would really, I'm looking around, that I would really want to share with you. Right now, that's all I actually have on hand, with the exception to, hold on, this is not actually vintage, but it's kind of nice, and it's an imported wooden cigar box. And I had some old flowers that I made a long time ago that I was stashing in there, the really small ones. And a lot of these I don't use at all. I just had made these like over time, and so I guess I just put those in there for a memory. But they have a little brass closure, and when you open it, it smells like cigars. And so, what does that say? Handmade by who? By Tabacalera. Okay. Anyway, that's really as much as I have right now that's out in the open. That's from the things that he gave me that I can, that are reachable. And that's it. So, oh, hold on a second. My desk is so cluttered. You have absolutely no idea how bad it is. But this one I wanted to also share with you. This apparently is also an antique vintage piece. It's kind of almost like stone. It's really, really heavy. Or pottery of some kind. Someone must have made it like a long time ago. I have no idea what it is. But my husband had gotten this for me. He thought that I would really like it because it's kind of almost like the dress form look. And I won't be altering this either. I won't be altering this either. And I have one more item. I don't know how great I'll do as far as sharing it with you because it's quite large. But this is also another item that was picked up at a flea market. It's a dress form on a wooden dowel, candlestick, whatever it might be. It's really in great condition. And the top and bottom is wood, and the arm piece is wood, but everything else is paper mache. It really looks like it's in great condition. And if I do anything to this, I'm not going to alter it, but I can make a dress on here and just leave it on there. That would be cute. And this, the tag is still on there. And it just tells you where it was made and a little bit about the maker. So, yep. And that's it. So, I don't really do many of these haul videos. But I just wanted to share with you on some stuff that I had gotten. So, thank you, honey. You're so sweet. I love you. And all you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and seeing all those buttons and bobbins and notions in between. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye.